our home to teach and learn good things. Of course, today what we have on the board is called cell biology. We have started cell biology. That was last week, talking about cells, the definition of cells, and some scientists that Robert Cook in 1665 has discovered the home of the cell. Now today we are going straight forward to the two main types of cells that we have apart from the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, which is the plant cells and animal cells. Of course, we can see the different structures on the board. The first one here is called the plant cell, while the second one here is called the animal cell. But before I go further, let me try to ask a question from our last class. Who can help me with the definition of the cell? Just the definition of the cell. Akita.
Cell could be defined as the basic needs of life.
A cell could be defined as the basic needs of life. Thank you. You can have a seat. Any other can try? What a cell is? Of course, our brother said a cell is the basic unit of life. When we say basic, it means the foundation. What is foundation? Something small. Just like this building we are now in, I'm now teaching. If the building is stands because of what? The foundation of the building. So without cell, you cannot exist. What makes it to exist is the basic unit of life called the cell. Of course, you are animal, so you have your own cell. Also, plants also have their own cells. That's how we have the plant and animal cells. Just like the two structures you can see now. This one, you can see the shape is very definite, just like that of a rectangle or a square. You can see the shape. Right, this one is indefinite shape, also it's spherical in shape. Now, you can see they are very clean. Nothing is written on the board. They are very clean. What we are about to do now, we are going to look at them cleanly, and I'll be writing structures, looking at their similarities, their differences, and also how are they in common. So we start now. First of all, I will look at the similarities. What is similarity? Similarity is just what makes us to be kind of the same way. Just like this one, plant has some structures that plant cell has, also animal cell has that same structure. But first of all, look at the shape, they are very different. This one has a very shape. Or this one is indefinite. So I will start with this one. First of all, there's one great structure both of them have important. It is called the nucleus. So I will just use the common stuff to draw my nucleus. I will draw it for the plant cell. I will also use the same for the animal cell. So first I will start with the plant cell. I will draw the nucleus. So I'll just indicate a blue point here in my nucleus. So I can say this one is the nucleus, and this one is also the nucleus. So what is the function of the nucleus? Now the nucleus controls the activity of the cell. What's the activity? Just like you moving, just like you talking, all your activities is controlled by a center in you. That is basically what for the plant and animal cell. Now this plant cell, what controls the activities of the cell is called the nucleus. Same goes for the animal cell, it has the nucleus that controls the activity. Now, out of the activities, the nucleus has something inside that is very special. But let's look at what encloses the nucleus. If I want to look at what encloses the nucleus, I want to just line here and see. This one is called the nuclear membrane. When I say nuclear membrane, the membrane is just something that covers and that protects the structure. They are called membrane. According to the nuclear membrane, and what is inside is called the nucleus. There's another thing inside here that we call the nucleus. I'm explaining strictly the nucleus. Another thing called here the nucleus. I'll have the nuclear membrane. After the nuclear membrane just protects the outer structure of the whole nucleus, and the nucleus keeps giving us the activity of the cell. Then looking at the nucleus of what is inside, it's having a good structure that we call the DNA. Just like this. The DNA. So what is the DNA? Now for the DNA is called deoxyribonucleic acid. And for this one codes a message. It's not the information of the cell. How the cell will get copied, how the cell will get divided, what is being controlled is the DNA. Now all found in the nucleus. Same goes for animal cells, just the same thing. What the nucleus has, it has a nuclear membrane, it has the nucleus, it has the nucleus, and also it has the DNA. Now let's get to another similarity. It was the outer structure that we call the cell membrane. So what is being protect the plant cell? Same thing for animal cells. Cell membrane is outside protecting the animal cell. But we are coming to differences. What is the difference? Now first thing you see that the two structures here. We have one inside, we have a thicker one outside. Then also we have other one called the cell membrane. Now the difference here is that this man called a plant cell has a right to go through here. As a cell wall. What's the cell wall? Just something that protects the cell. So like you see, plants are very tough, They have two distinct protective structures. One is called the cell membrane and the other is called the cell wall. Of course, the cell wall is outside of the plant cell, protecting the cell. It's very strong. When I say strong, it's right. Very strong. Of course, the cell membrane also inside protecting the inner structure. Same goes for animal cells. Look at the cell membrane. You have the cell membrane in the nucleus. Another part you need to know is called the cytoplasm. Also, what is the cytoplasm? Everything inside here is the cytoplasm. And the cytoplasm is going to all organelles. When I say organelles, I don't see structure. Just like the nucleus is organelle, the cell membrane also was an organelle. So what you do is organelles all around is what we refer to as the cytoplasm. So it's called the cytoplasm. It's going to keep all the organelles inside. Same thing goes to animal cells, they have the cytoplasm. So it's a fuse like that. When I say fuse means it's like a waterfall. That's a waterfall, just like a liquid. There is all organelles in flow. So we give another one called, like one structure, and then there's going to be energy that we call the mitochondria. Of course, it just gives energy to the cell. It's called the mitochondria. I'm very sorry, sir. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm very much sorry. The problem is now, this is long time now. We just have to go. Let's continue. Thank you very much.
Well, hello, my name is Kam-Chris. I belong to the Kam-Chris Academy. It brings a lot of change in my life since I started attending syndicate or this academy, because it's changing my academic life totally and develop it like ever before. That's all I'm gonna say for this.
Yeah, next.
Hello, hi. My name is Shifu Kama. I'm a member of Kam-Chris Academy. This initiative has helped me more to explore in some tough areas that I can understand. This initiative was something great for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sheku. We're expecting the next question, please.
Hello, my name is Kuma. I belong here to the Kam-Chris Academy. Thank you.
Thank you, great. The next person.
Hello, my name is Maria Matisuni. I belong to the Kam-Chris.
Thank you, ma'am.
My name is Elizabeth Edson. I belong to the Kam-Chris Academy.
Thank you, thank you. Of course, these are days that are able to I can recall to talk. You can recall to talk. There are a lot of them, but you can accept this one, know it's appreciable. Thank you. Hello. My name is Jonathan Lamin Kamara, and I'm the founder of the Kam-Chris Academy. I have my co-founders like the man that has to Prat, and also another person called Samuel. Because they are great guys, we build this together and we are working together. I'm a teacher here. I teach chemistry, physics, biology, math level 1, math level 2, and also English language. And before we go for that, let me give some little biography in how we create the Kam-Chris Academy. Now in the beginning it was really devastated. It was we not feel something that's going to open up very true. Of course, 2018 we started with 6 people. I'm only 6 people who have a foreigner who is a Nigerian. A guy that did something with little or no fee involved. We create this up at least to help people in high school, to build them up, to build a career, especially in terms of academic and other key issues area. One of my name is Jonathan Lamin Kamara. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Of course, our next class, today will be cell biology, and we are going out for lesson 3 of cell biology. We'll finish lesson 1, of course, we can take division, the definition of cell theory. We look at some scientists like a great man called Robert Hooke. In 1665, that discovered to us about the cell, the functional structure of the cell. Now today we are going further, looking at other types of cells, like the plant and animal cells are part of the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. For this survey, when we have the plant cell, you can see the shape. It's very definite in shape. And if you take a contrast looking at this one, it's the animal cell, which is kind of indefinite, also like it's spherical in shape. But if you see this one, you can see some differences between both the plant cell and animal cell. But before I go further, there are somebody like, let's speak of our zero class, who can tell me the definition of a cell. Before going further. Here is the tell me.
Cell defines the basic needs of life.
Again, it's louder.
Cell defines the basic needs of life.
The basic unit. Of course, right, thank you. Let's sit down. When you do the basic, just like if I'm building a house, the basic is just the smallest, just like a foundation. So a basic, a cell is just a basic unit of life. So without cells, no life may exist. Because it's cells that combine to give us tissue. The tissue combines, of course, we have organs. From organs, they combine to give us systems. You see the foundation. A cell, silent. So that's to say, cell is a basic unit of life. Both plants have their own cells, animals also have their own cells. But of course, let's look at now the differences and also their similarities. Looking at the organelles. When you say organelles, it's just those small organs that you have that make you function. Those are what we refer to the word organelles. So we'll look at their similarities, looking at the diagram, then later we'll look at their differences. Fine. Let's start with the similarity. So we are going to look at organelles or organ that the plant cell has, also the animal cell has. So I will start with control unit. What's the control unit? It's the one that controls all activities of the cell called the nucleus. Of course, you have done chemistry here. Atomic chemistry, talking about what? The nucleus of the atom. Same thing goes to biology. We have nucleus of both plant and animal cells. So I will draw the nucleus of both. I will draw here and I will draw here. So of course I'll just put the nucleus here for this one, like a round hole form. I also put the nucleus here. Starting from just the control unit. When I say control unit, it means it controls all activities of the cell. How the cell should make the protein is the one controlling it. How the cell should at least do some of this biochemical activities, playing with enzymes. Of course, all the nucleus is the one controlling those activities. Okay, I will look inside of the nucleus. There are things we also have. One, inside of the nucleus, you can find a small base structure called the nucleus. It's called the nucleus. So I can take this one as the nucleus. Mind you, the same thing, there's no need for me to write there. Nucleus, nucleus. Secondly, nucleus is responsible to remove what makes protein. Because what happens is about protein synthesis. When we say synthesis, the process of producing something. And what makes that protein for the cell to do its activities is called a ribosome. And the ribosomes are being produced inside of this nucleus. So they are very small structure. I'm not drawing like this. That's called the ribosome. Fine. They are not membrane-bound organisms. Of course, all of us ribosomes, they are not membrane-bound. When I say membrane-bound, their structure does not have outer covering. Just like the nucleus. The nucleus has an outer covering that we call the cell membrane, or we can say the nuclear membrane. Of course, it covers the cell, it protects the cell. All about it. Same goes for the animal cell, the same. But of course, this outer structure you can see for the plant cell is called the cell membrane. Cell membrane. Protects the outer structure. Same goes for the animal cell. You also have a cell membrane that protects it. So the other great structure that we have apart the nucleus is called the mitochondria. What the mitochondria does is very simple. It just has to do what we call respiration. Of course, I draw the mitochondria here. It's the powerhouse of the cell. It looks like this. It's called the mitochondria. It produces a great nuclear, something that we call the ATP. Can anyone think about what is the meaning of ATP? Adenosine what? Triphosphate. So thank you. This one is what the energy the cell needs in order to perform its work. So it's called the adenosine triphosphate. Or from where we get that one is through the mitochondria. Also the same thing, animal cell also has the mitochondria. Same activity to give what? Energy. Another great structure we have is the vacuum. Of course, the vacuum for the animal cell is very large. So I can draw it towards this. But the plant cell is small. So just storage. You have to store water. So all about this food vacuum, or say that this vacuum is very large. For plant cell, it stores water. Also, this one, which is very important, also the vacuum that stores water for both plant and animal cell. But we have something here that enclosed at the nucleus. So it's just plain. Of course, you can see what is stored on top. When it is stored, what stands on top? All the ribosome that is being produced from the nucleus. But this one, we call it the endoplasmic reticulum. So it just receives the ribosome, of course, tell the ribosome what to do. But that ribosome has some form of DNA in it. So just pull here, move on, and come distributed around the cell. Same thing goes for this one. But in this way, this one has two. We have smooth and rough. The rough is here. Why is it called rough? It's called rough because the ribosome has been smooth on top. The one that is called smooth is at the side of one part that we call the Golgi apparatus or the Golgi body. The Golgi body are just packaging something, they send it outside. That's the only thing they do. And the last one I will talk about because of time is called the liposome. So the liposome is always something like here. Around this part. And do the liposome. They get at debris. When I say debris, it's dead. So they have some enzymes in them. Whenever this dead enzyme, they're going to break that enzyme to use for products. They are called the debris. So what carries the thing outside the Golgi apparatus or the Golgi body? So those shapes also have differences. One difference that they have is the structure. You can see a double deck here. 1, 2. One is the cell membrane, the other is called the cell wall. So that's one difference. The cell wall, it also protects the plant cell. It's very tough. When I say tough, it kind of has some strength. It's very hard enough. But this one doesn't have no cell wall. It's very obvious because I'm an animal. I don't need much of strongness. Just compare to this one. Nice that they have a lot of work to do, photosynthesis, transpiration. It's too much. So they have to have a strong cell, just like it's very strong, the cell wall. No cell wall for animal cells. The other is called the chloroplast. So it's like this. So we have the paracoid, we have the stroma inside. Of course, S for photosynthesis. Because chloroplast, no chloroplast for this one. So of course, because of time, yeah, it's our class. Thank you for listening, right? The next class will go to the next part. The next class will be, we are going to take some notes, then talk about cell biology 3 before we go to Mandela biology. So thank you. Hey guys, good afternoon. Look at me now. Today I'm in suit. Black. I'm mourning. You know what I'm mourning for? I'm mourning to kill chemistry. I'm mourning for chemistry because they're going to use a wonderful lecture today. So I'm going to lecture 3. We take periodic chemistry. Before I start the class, let me actually do some recap from our last lecture, which was lecture 2, talking about atomic structure. We said the atom is spherical in shape, meaning it is round, and inside of the atom we get other particles like the nucleus. Then that nucleus has 2 subparticles, proton and neutron. Of course, they combine together to give us the whole mass of the atom. Now, we're going forward and talk about the next great scientist, which was Dalton. Of course, he made his own atomic theory, although it was modified due to static phenomenon. It was modified. And we're also going to be talking about a scattering experiment scientist called Lord Rutherford. So then we'll talk about the different one, periodic chemistry. But if you can see the same book, you can see the diagram. You see that we have some guys here. There's still a lot of, I'm going to tell you why this keep it out. You can see that whole here. Also, I want that diagram. You can see the side. You can see another thing. But what I indicated this because, in order for you to learn the periodic chemistry and know the details, these are the subtopics you need to master. One, your classification. You should know how to classify, in fact, the table, which ones are the metal, which ones are the non-metal, the metal is transition, and all. Then also you should learn the electronic configuration using your quantum theory. For the quantum theory, you have the SPDS notation, and you also have the KMA notation. So it depends what you want to use. So in order for you to master the periodic chemistry, like you need to kill this man. Not just like I'm money for chemistry. The next one is identification of groups and periods without using periodic table. It's very simple. Like if I want to know iron, what are where iron belongs, I can do that without getting the periodic table due to certain strategy that you need to learn. If you want to kill or if you want to mod chemistry. The next one is the periodic trend. What's the periodic trend? Very simple. As you can see this rolling, meaning going down the group. I'm coming down. Of course, you can see coming across the period. Guys coming this way, period. The guys going down is down the group. So it means that you need to master other periodic trend. It's looking at atomic radii, ionic radii, ionization energy, electron affinity, and last but not the least, electron negativity. So of course, you can sit now, sit tight and listen because they are going to start now our lecture. Let's give it like 2 minutes, I'm your home for the rest of your home to teach and learn. Also, today what we have on the board is called cell biology. So after cell biology, that was last week talking about cells, techniques of cells, and science, like what was the now today we are going to forward for the 2 main types of cells that we have apart from the eukaryotes and prokaryotes cells, which is the plant cells and animal cells. Of course, you can see the different structure in the wall. The first one here is called the plant cell, the second one here is called the animal cell.